Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from tinaheals.com, and this video will explain to you why born with a Mercury retrograde is actually not a bad thing. Okay, so when we understand Mercury going retrograde, we know that communication can go misfired because Mercury is all about communication. Okay, it deals with the third house. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. Okay, so we know that when Mercury goes retrograde, there are communication mishaps and communication errors and emails getting lost, phone calls not reaching the other person, or maybe there is some kind of miscommunication that is taking place, right? So many people ask me that what if we are born with a retrograde Mercury in the natal chart? So oftentimes what I have seen with Mercury retrograde people is they tend to function better when Mercury is retrograding in the sky. So Mercury retrogrades many times, 3 to 4 times a year. So this energy is something that we are already used to. Okay, so we have to deal with this because we communicate, we extrovert, and then when we have to engage in a stage of introversion to assimilate all the information that comes to us. Anyway, we see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum and hear less than 1% of the acoustic spectrum. So we are limited anyway. So when Mercury is going retrograde, and you are born with a Mercury retrograde, you tend to be not so open or extroverted, or you may not start communicating or being open to people or being open about the way you communicate, but you are very perceptive, very imaginative, and deeply perceptive. So if you're born with a Mercury retrograde in your natal chart, do not fear. Yes, you may not be able to be extroverted or engage in conversations like other people, but you have a deep introverted part within you that makes you very creative. This is not something to be scared of. Also, you become more productive when Mercury goes retrograde if you're born with a retrograde Mercury in your natal chart. You tend to understand how to work with the retrogradation. And when Mercury goes retrograde, it is all about really understanding the messages from the world of spirit. Mercury becomes the chthonic psychopomp. Okay, and the psychopomp is the connector between the world of matter and the world of spirit, and that's what Mercury does, brings us these messages from the world of spirit when he's retrograde. So I think if you're born with a Mercury retrograde, you are psychic to some degree. You understand intuition. You should hone in on that intuitive awareness, okay, that will never fail you. Okay, and you can really become creative and focused on your inner dialogue. Okay, because there's always this internal inner dialogue of spiritual awareness and material reality that's happening between all of us, and it happens more so when Mercury is retrograde in your natal chart. Okay, and you tend to be shy. You probably you tend to be, your kids, if you have this and your kids have this, then yeah, they tend to be shy when they're children. Now that they're children, if you have this, you were probably shy as a kid and you couldn't say what was on your mind. You couldn't communicate. You may have been better at written work than at speaking. Okay, and then suddenly after like about maybe 2022, you become more outgoing, more extroverted. So the energy opens up with this. So do not fear if you are born with a Mercury retrograde in your natal chart, because it is going to make you perceptive to other energies and other communications that normal people would not be aware of. Also, when Mercury goes retrograde, you will be able to use that energy for your spiritual evolution. and even communication in the mundane world. So I hope you liked that video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Thank you.